There are two times when you can feel the most alive: when you're feeling really great and art is super easy to make, and also when you are feeling bad, when the world around you seems to be crumbling and you have no control. Today, we're going to be talking about how to take advantage of the latter time when you are feeling the most alive. That's coming up. What's up, everybody? Youngman Brown here, and this is Your Creative Push, the podcast and the YouTube channel that pushes you to pursue your creative passions. And I recently spoke with Adam Paquette on the podcast. And for those of you who don't know, Adam is a fantastic artist from Australia. He currently lives in Berlin, and he has been creating for Magic the Gathering since 2009, making over 250 of their cards. And Adam and I were deep in a conversation about the idea of breathing in and breathing out, the importance for artists and creative people to take the time and find the balance to breathe in and bring in inspiration and take in things from the world around you, and then taking equal time to breathe out and kind of transmit those things that you've been breathing in and combining them with your life experience and breathing them out in your artwork. And that's when Adam said this, which I think really applies to you and how you might be feeling in terms of how the world around you is really not in your control, something that we're all kind of feeling right now. Let's listen.
And something that I have noticed is that it's kind of easy to identify those moments when they're euphoric and fun, when you're having an amazing new experience and maybe you're sharing it with someone and you kind of turn to them with these wide eyes, like, right, are you seeing what I'm seeing right now? Is this really happening? Yeah. and that excitement, that's living fully. But then there's also, being in the middle of a deep, dark depression, or, something really terrible happens in your life. And in this moment, you also come fully alive. And there's no other option. There's no option to switch off. Like every nerve in your body is up, is aware, that's living fully too. And maybe not by choice, but I think there's sort of like in both of those situations, you come awake and then you sort of tumble back into sleepiness. And maybe art is that thing that in both of those situations kind of grabs onto that moment of aliveness and either extends it out or makes something of it. And I think you see that both in people that have gone through intense difficulty and have kind of taken that trauma and really worked with it, and also in people that have discovered something amazing and exciting and then have really worked with it. And you see that in not just in art, but in the sciences and all of these other fields as well. So, fully alive is something that you only really know when it's happening. And I don't think in that moment you can really stop to try and figure out what it is. But maybe the next day you pick up the pen or the paintbrush or the violin or the whatever it is and start to figure it out and piece it together again.
And this really gets to the heart of what I was trying to quantify in my last video about quarantine being an opportunity. And by opportunity, I don't just mean the busier parts of your life sort of being stripped away, where you're left with nothing but time and time to just sort of worry about your own health, the health of your family and friends and your community and the world as a whole, but also an opportunity to feel those negative emotions, to not be in control, and to feel those terrible feelings of panic and angst and despair and uncertainty. Nobody wants to feel those feelings, but when you're feeling those feelings, you have the opportunity to let your art be a way for you to sort of channel those emotions and to help you to figure out what those emotions mean to you, and to also use those feelings and that art that you create out of this outpouring of emotions to help other people as well. Like Adam called it, being fully alive. And when we are having fully alive moments that are wonderful, it's very easy to pour them into our art because we are on cloud nine. But when we're feeling fully alive for the maybe wrong reasons, because the world around us is scary and horrifying, and we don't know what the future is going to look like, that is an opportunity for you to put those emotions into your words, onto the canvas, into your music, whatever your output is, to be able to work through those feelings through art, and then hopefully help others. The full conversation with Adam is going to be out on March 23rd. So if you are not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you get the notification when that comes out. We talked about a wide range of topics, not just this one. And it was one of my favorite conversations as of late. So make sure you tune into that. But like Adam said, we get through this. We're all going to get through this no matter what. But try to see this as an opportunity to feel those emotions of being fully alive. Like Adam said, you're eventually going to kind of fall back into that sleepiness. So while falling back into that sleepiness might be a good thing for us as a society, it could be good for you as an artist to try to tap into whatever you're feeling right now and bring that out into the world. And I truly hope that you do. I'd love to see what you're creating now during these troubling times, where you're tuning in from, how you are faring. I hope that you are all safe and sound and taking care of yourselves and each other. But please mention below what's going on in your life and what you're creating. I would love to see it. And I wish you all the best. So keep creating, and remember that the universe deserves your creations, and you are the universe. I love you guys. Bye.